Let's move on to the Padres and Mets. Bed metting complete.
Oh man, dude. They met the bed so hard. And you've been warning me and preparing me all
Well, and then I
year
started
long.
drinking the Kool-Aid last Thursday.
I know you did.
I was just like, Brig, you might be right.
And then you were, and it's just upsetting. Again, another instance of team just didn't come to play. Game 1 was rough. Game 2 was what I expect to see, or closer to what I expected to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then game 3 was the opposite. Just absolutely ridiculously not what I expected to see.
Yeah, my mind was completely blown with game 3, the way that things went. I mean, Joe Musgrove was unreal, like to the point that Buck Showalter had to manufacture reasons to try to slow him down. Go check his ears. He might have something there. Yeah. They're awfully shiny.
Okay. Yeah. No, and I supported Buck. I'm like, man, this is like an instance of back your guys up and do everything you can. And I think it was a good decision from like culture manager, whatever. But that shows how desperate they were. I think that's not something we can
exactly
gloss
what
over.
it was. It was a desperate move, and it was a classic Buck Showalter desperate move, though, is what it was.
For sure. Which is great. That's the old school style he brings, and we love it.
It is, yeah. It is. Yeah, you're right. But
so here's what killed me was Trent Grisham.
Oh, yes.
Throughout the whole series, I'm sitting there like, what? He looked like a little leaguer all year long at the plate. And then he comes in and he hits 2 home runs in the series and a number of productive at-bats to complement those home runs. And then his defense is phenomenal. We all know that. But
right.
I didn't understand who came to play.
Well, it's weird because all season long I've been looking at Trent Grisham just thinking that's not who this guy is, right? Like he's way better than this.
Right.
And then now he shows up like, yes, there he is. And was it on our Instagram that you put up with it was Trent Grisham during the season, it was David Spade on bench warmers chopping at it like a sword. And then and then Trent Grisham from the playoffs is Barry Bonds.
Yes, I did post that. It was somebody else posted it, and I totally ripped it off. It was awesome.
But it was spot on. It was exactly right. Exactly right.
Well, so what's interesting is that Juan Soto flipped the script on us and did not show up for the first 2 games. And I was just as surprised by that. But even with Juan Soto out, which he's not been great in a Padres uniform leading up to today anyway. So it wasn't, we were just hoping he'd find that extra gear. And I think he maybe did a little bit in game 3, but not in the first 2. And even with that, they still demolished the Mets.
Yeah. Well, and Max Scherzer I don't want to say not showing up, but showing up the way he did. I don't know if I was as surprised as maybe I expected myself to be for that to happen because of how things ended last year in the playoffs. Yeah. Right? At the very end he's saying my arm's dead. I can't lift it. That he's getting older.
Yeah.
And things like this are going to happen. And I wonder if maybe next year he moves to the 3rd starter in the rotation, or even goes into I guess he's not going to be a closer because they still got Sugar Diaz.
It'll be middle relief. Yeah.
If they move him to the bullpen, or they move him down in the rotation just to help manage his innings a little bit next year, because I think that he ran out of gas is what happened here. I don't think it's necessarily he ran into a buzzsaw of an offense in the Padres. I think it's more he's run out of gas at the end of the season.
Yeah, he got shelled. It was bad.
Yeah.
I wanted, like you said, I wanted to be more surprised. We talked about it in our playoff primer, that we were concerned about Max, and it came true. It's a little upsetting that it did, because everybody loves Mad Max and we all want to see him do well. Guy that plays with that much intensity is always fun to watch. So anyway.
Yep.
Good. Congratulations to the Padres, though. I mean, man, talk about not knowing where, not being expected. So, that's both of us screwed up that part of our predictions.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly right.